In the early 1600s, a Dutch trading vessel set out on a perilous voyage. Its destination was far, its path treacherous, for the ship had to round the Cape of Good Hope, a stretch of sea notorious for violent storms and unpredictable winds. The ship's captain, Hendrik van de Decken, was a man feared and respected by his crew. He was known not only for his skill at sea but also for his unyielding pride. As the ship approached the Cape, the weather began to change. Dark clouds gathered on the horizon, and the air grew heavy with the scent of rain. The crew, seasoned sailors, whispered amongst themselves, speaking of the danger that lay ahead. They had heard tales of ships lost forever in these waters, of storms that swallowed vessels whole. But when they approached the captain, begging him to steer clear of the Cape, their pleas fell on deaf ears. "Turn back." Van de Decken scoffed. "I have never turned from a storm in my life, and I won't start now. We sail forward, no matter what the sea brings us." The crew exchanged uneasy glances, but they knew better than to question him further. The ship pressed on, the waves rising higher with each passing moment. The wind whipped through the sails, tearing at the fabric and howling like a beast in fury. Soon, rain lashed down in sheets, and thunder rumbled like a warning from the heavens. But still, Van de Decken refused to yield. Standing at the helm, soaked to the bone, he shouted into the storm, "I will round this cape, even if I must sail for eternity. Nothing, man, nature, or God, will stop me." In that moment, a bolt of lightning struck the ship's mast, splitting it in two. The crew fell to their knees, trembling in fear, but it wasn't the storm that terrified them, it was what followed. Out of the darkness, a deep, echoing voice filled the air. It was not the wind or thunder, but something otherworldly. "Hendrik van de Decken," the voice boomed, "for your arrogance and defiance, you and your crew are cursed. From this moment, you shall sail the seas for all eternity, never reaching land, never finding peace." The ship shuddered as if gripped by unseen hands, and the crew felt a chill seep into their bones. They watched in horror as the ship began to change. The once gleaming wood turned black, the sails tattered and rotting before their eyes. The crew, too, began to transform. Their flesh became pale, translucent, as if they were no longer part of the living world. And so, the Flying Dutchman was born, a ghost ship, cursed to wander the oceans forever. The storm passed, but the ship sailed on, its fate sealed. The crew could do nothing but stare out at the endless horizon, knowing they would never touch land again.